Hello, my name is Klaus and welcome to another Mazda 6 video. Now you've seen from the thumbnail what we are doing. It's reversing camera. If you don't have one, this is an aftermarket reversing camera, so we can install it.
Here is the troublemaker auto waterproof camera. I wanted to say audio. Why? Helps you to back your car with ease. Really, it's a reversing camera. Okay, let's see what's in the box. What you get in the box with this one is the camera itself, and it goes to out. So we have this is the power wire, ground. One is ground and one is to reversing light. And this is the video out, or video into the head unit. And we have a hole saw, HSS. Yeah, that's a hole saw. You can start from whichever you want, from that end or from this end.
Now, if you know Mazda 6, you know Mazda 6 very well as I do. We cannot put it in the center middle because we have this open button that opens the latch, yeah. We cannot put it here because it's a little too big. Let's look with the nut. If we put the nut here, see, it doesn't really, it's not straight. We can put it here, right there, see? Or here, which side you want. So basically it cannot be centered because of the size. See, it's barely fitting there. But if you go with your hands and try to get the button, you will always hit the camera too. This is all your own preference. Do however you wanna.
These are the tools you're gonna need. You're gonna need a drill. Well, it can be as a screwdriver because you'll need a Phillips screwdriver. Zip ties, plenty of zip ties. You will need a soldering iron, solder, and flux. I don't have flux, sorry. Electrical tape, some WD-40, trim removal tools, 10mm socket, or up to you, yeah, socket. A pick to cut off the tails from the zip ties, and a saw to put in the drill and drill the hole for the camera, which is included in the kit mostly. And a blade or the wire strippers, it's up to you. I made a game plan. I'll start with these wires. So this goes inside. This goes inside, and this clips for the video out. This video out and this video in. So I'll start from the dash. We'll route this in the dash inside. So this goes, one end goes into the head unit, and this should go at the very end, at the back, basically here. So I'm gonna start with this.
Usually, if you have an aftermarket head unit, you will have all the things right here. It's all written right here. Rear camera input, there you go. So this is the rear camera input, we need this one. Then we need to piggy bank into power somewhere. I hope it's not too blurry. 15, number 15 is reverse gear. Number 16 is reverse camera. So this is 16. So we can plug into the 16 and then splice into one of these wires. So into the 15th wire we can splice in. So then we can unplug this one. Where it goes. It goes to the main loom too. Okay. I'm kind of thinking of removing all of this, just so I'll be able to do the job on the bench, so I can show it to you. So this is the part which we need. So let's go. Okay, now then. I cannot unplug this, yeah, but this is what we need. On the diagram right there, it shows middle. So this orange and this yellow. Yellow is for the camera input and the brown is ground, and this orange wire is for the rear gear. So basically when you put it in gear, this activates and then the camera activates. Now I have to tell you something. I'm not good with wiring. I done it soldering, I done twice. So I don't have every tools, and don't take an example from me how to solder. I am not a professional. I done it only twice for a gag, not to fix any proper cables. Now guys, listen up. I could not find the solder which came with this iron, soldering iron, and I think somebody took it because it was a nice spool, nice easy spool. And you know, the only thing what I found is, you know what's the problem with this? This is for high amperage. This is for really high amperage. To use this on such wiring, it's like, I don't have an analogy for how stupid this is. But I need solder. I do not want to twist and tape. That's not how I like to do it. If this is the only thing what I have, I'll better use this than to twist and tape. Let's start. So then, can I unplug this so it isn't getting in my way? See, there you go, you have space. So basically what I'm gonna do is loop this around. Remember, I'm not a wiring expert. This is purely informative, how you can do, not to do, whatever. So I'm gonna connect, twist this, solder on, and then tape it. Okay, I call this cake. I call this cake. It is holding together, look. See, I'm pulling. So I'm gonna tape this now with electrical tape. My soldering is not good. I never claim to be good, and it won't be good. So that's how it looks for me, and I'm not professional. Remember, I'm not professional. I don't do this as a job. And rear camera input. Done. We are done with this loom. We can plug this all back in, put the dash together and start routing this all.
Apart from the fingerprints, looks like nothing has been changed. So let's start the routing of this cable. So basically I wanna maybe follow here along, in here, actually go in there. So yeah, I'm gonna route it all there, behind this panel here. So we are this far, this is on, the wire is here. Now we need to feed the wire underneath this. So for us to do that, we need to remove this. So yeah, you see, there's the belt right here. This all moving. So I think I should be able to just feed it underneath. Yeah, like this. See? Now I can just continue on feeding. So I'm gonna put the zip tie right here, and then we need to go in here, go behind. And now we figure out if we go on the A pillar, on the pillar, or we go there. So we can put back this guard and then the front will be done. This plastic bit can go here, it can go there. And if you guys have watched my videos, you know that to remove this, we need to remove this because it's all linked. Maybe we can feed, let's see, actually, let's see. Alright then, what I done here is I removed this panel, you saw it. Then from this zip tie it follows along here, then it goes under here. And then it's decision time.
Okay, I have decided. We will route it up there, there, and that, like that. Now removing this, and we're going here because this is the light. This is the reverse light. So we will back into this and the camera will be here. So this all needs to come off. Well, at least this far, because here is the grommet. From here it all comes in, see? Right here. So we need to peel this a bit. Yeah, you can see the wire right there. So we will be able to feed the wire right here, there. Ow, it's kind of sharp. Yep, I can feel it. I feel the hole. Yep. I'll put everything back together here, because that's it, we're done there. Now the fun part starts. We need to remove this and to feed the wire through. So now this should be hanging here. Now, you've seen me wearing a hoodie. Usually I don't wear a hoodie. I do apologize. I usually don't wear a hoodie. But once I left the house, it was 12 degrees. Now it's 6. A storm came in and it's really cold. I even had to turn on the heater. So if you see me wearing hoodie, I do apologize, it's just cold. So let's continue on. This comes off, and I'm gonna take this off from the car.
is a rhythm. All things living carry out this tune.
What I'm doing here, if you see these tabs, I squeeze them and push them in, so the panel comes off itself. You don't pull the tabs off, but you squeeze them and push them in.
And your deeds on earth are no longer seen.
So this headlight has only one bulb. That means positive and negative. So we can splice into these wires. So this wiring is what we need, but we go closer by once we finish. So you know what I mean when I say it won't fit. Right here it will actually fit perfectly well. See? Actually fits from there to there. Here it interacts with the button and this lip. So this button is fully out. So we will drill the hole here. And if we drill through, see? There is nothing behind. Here there is actually some plastic and so on. So right here. But the point is, I want it to install it right in the middle. So this thing is right in the middle. So I'll measure like this, and then mark the exact middle where the drill will go. And I'll write the measurements right here. So right, this is the middle point. That's where we drill. Hey, that's a hole. Now I'm gonna take sanding paper and get these edges smooth. Okay, let's try to fit it. Remember, always put the lens outside. Lens needs to go like this. Don't do it other way around. So, yoink. Ta-da! Now let me put the nut on and then we'll see. If you put them together, it will never fit the nut. So, one. Ta-da! Look at that. If you look like this, you can't see it. Ta-da! Now, this is all good and nice. But we need to route the cable, remember. And if you look at the tailgate, we don't have extra holes for it. So you can see everything matches and aligns.
and I don't want really to drill a new hole somewhere here. So I'm kinda thinking, as we have these, to make here a slot so we can fit through this. So basically make a slot in here. Once we pull it in, it goes through with this. We can put these cables together without compromising any of the metal. Now I will use a Dremel with this bit. See, it's a Dremel with this kind of bit attached to it. I don't know, it's stone bit or whatever it's called, but this should be enough for me to make a hole. Let's try to install it in the car and see how it works. That is working well. But now we need to cut here a little slot for the wire to sit. Always after you modify, see, it's shiny metal, spray something on top so it doesn't rust.
20 minutes later.
And this is why you mask it, because this is just a little bit. Now let's try to put in this and see if it catches there. Perfect. See? It's perfect. It doesn't even touch the metal. See? Perfectly modified. It's in here in this groove. Perfect. Perfect match. Now let's attach this so we know where it routes. Alright then. It's routed through. As you can see, I have some electrical tape on the wire itself. It's a little bit. So I'm gonna zip tie around this one. And it's all, see, it's all tight. It's all nice. So this is through. This is through. Now I can put the bolts in and start wiring it. So then, this is screwed in, plugged in. This is out, this is screwed in. We can plug in the lock for the tailgate. Once you press the button, it locks the tailgate. That's for the license plate lights. This is for the trunk open. This is for another. So this is what I've done. I stripped this and this, see, they both are stripped. 1 week later. I needed to buy extension just to get from here to here. Extension, 6 meters. Again, you cannot buy extensions for these because you have this power wire next to it. And if you buy extension, you get 6 meters and you have 2 of these ends. So I did take one apart and see if you can extend it. And yes, you can. But you will be buying extra cable. Like you see, this is a 6 meters. This is the minimum. So I'm gonna plug it this right here. Then route this along. I'll leave it a little bit longer, cut it here, and this one I'll cut here. Because this cable will be now here. So I'm gonna chop here and chop somewhere here. And then I'm gonna solder them together right here. Then we need to solder right here. As they say, it's time to chop. Wasn't clean. That's clean. Auf Wiedersehen. Now this is here. Let's route this. I want to have extras, like a little bit of a slack. Hey, I said a little bit of slack. Till somewhere here. I said somewhere here. Not a, there you go, a clean cut. Now all of this cable, which is 5 meters, goes in the bin.
Meanwhile,
We go on the bench and I'll show you how I'll do it on this, and then we do it on the car, because it's all the same. This and this is the same. So let's go on the bench. I'll give myself extras, because I'll make their extras. I'll give myself their extras too. So if I make a mistake, I'll have something to work with. Otherwise, if I don't have something to work with, if you don't give yourself extras, extra leeways, if you fail, you will need to cut again, and it goes on and on and on and on. And these you don't even need to cut, you can bite with your teeth. And just do them off. Look, I'll show you. See? With my teeth. Now you can see I done this one. Okay, let's do with the blade. See, with the blade too. You don't need to even cut it all along. Just place it down and pull. See, place it down and pull. It goes. Now I'm gonna do different kind of soldering this time. This time what I'm gonna do is put solder on each of these. I'll show you. And then I'll solder that end the same way. Basically it will be on the car and I can't film it this close. Then I'll just connect them, tape, twist all around, and it should be good. I taped it here so I can show you. Make sure all the strands are together. Go on, you can laugh now. It took me 17 minutes to do this. You can laugh, I am not a good soldering man. I don't know how to solder properly, so yeah, we connected the cables color accurately. Now I can plug in. I'll twist and tape this, and then we go check if it's working, because this should be only the power for this. We don't even need the ground for now, but let's see. I can ground it right here. This is the ground. So let me tape this up, tape this fully up, and then we route it. Now this is plugged, and just twist this on. I'm gonna twist it just to test it. To test if the camera is working or not. That's just for testing purposes. Now let's go see if the camera works. I know I still have a ground to attach, but let's see if it works. Come on, come on. I don't want to breathe the exhaust fumes. Hey, it's there. It's working. It's working. Yes, it's working. Ah, ah. Now that I'll solder this, I'll put this on this one, and let's tape this together now. Let's finish this all, let's route this fully, and then we can continue on. Ground connected, see? Fully connected to the ground, it's connected, everything is done. Everything should be completely done. Now before we put the panels on everything else, let's go double check if everything's completely fine. Perfect.
Holy it's bad. You know what's the best? You know what's the absolute best? Check it yourself. You can see more of the bumper and the hook than what's behind. You guys were right here and I could see only the legs. This camera needs to be adjustable, otherwise it doesn't work. Well, the conclusion is, ta-da! We did it! We installed a reverse camera in Mazda 6. We installed the wrong reverse camera, but we installed it. And you could see we installed it. And oh my Gideon. That's it. That's how you install a reverse camera. If it's the right one, you have to choose. You choose the right reverse camera. This isn't the right one. I could space it out. I could put a spacer there, put another nut, like the same nut it has there, put it under the nut, it would go lower. I don't want that. I want to be it almost invisible.
20 minutes later.
Show you how to install a reverse camera from the front of the car to the back. We wired it, we routed it, we did everything. So if you want to do this job, you can do it. But you know that this reverse camera, which I have right here, does not work. You need adjustable.